Are you ready for a new perspective? Well, today you can see this beautiful elephant house being refurbished into an even better one. And we are going to finish off the new African elephant area. Now, today's episode is going to be a bit more relaxed, a bit more chilled. I'm using the brand new chill pop music of Planet Zoo. Hopefully, if you don't hear it, it's still not kind of free to use, but normally I should be able to use it as being a creator for Planet Zoo. That should be too big of a deal. I just love it too much, okay? So this is why we have the chill pop music in the background. The live stream already worked pretty well with it, so I'm pretty obviously, looking forward to use it more often because I just find the lo-fi album very good, very chill, very enjoyable, a brilliant job. I'm not surprised that the audio team of Planet Zoo yet again delivered because they are just absolutely insane. No matter which game you look at, the audio quality is just always beyond good. It's always so good. Now, let's talk about this building, shall we? Now, this is the elephant house, okay? So the elephant house design stood already with Yosemite for 2 years almost, like literally 2 years. And there is it always was kind of something that you just didn't click with me. I answered a couple of your comments, and it really always was the case that it just never really clicked with me, simply because the design was a little bit boring. It was very functional. It was not made too quick, but on the other hand, it wasn't really giving the elephant house the deserved attention without being too crazy. I never wanted it to be too crazy. Now, what I found is a wonderful concept art of a brand new Yosemite welcome area, or the welcome center is, I believe, the naming of it, even though I have to always think of another welcome center or the visitor center. But this one is, I'm not sure if it's built by now or not, but I found it, and there are a couple of different renders of it. And I found this a very, very interesting design. And so at the end of the day, I decided to take this as an inspiration and change the roof. And I think it also works as a kind of a change that has been done to this building. Now, the idea of Yosemite Valley, and I think it's a perfect moment to sum it all up, The idea of Yosemite Valley is and was always to have a national park that has been turned into a zoo rather than a zoo that was built as a zoo, So this is why a lot of old buildings that may have already been in the national park have been either used the exact same way or have been repurposed. So a lot of the guest buildings, for example, have already been here. So, for example, the restaurant with that water wheel next to the river, and the building that has been with the wolves. So this is stuff that has already been existing, or the bridge that Haribo did to cross the river into the reindeer area. So many of those things already existed in previously, before we took over as a zoo owner. And I think this is exactly the spirit that I want to carry through, because the main reason I did it that way is because I have a certain challenge and have a certain storytelling behind this. And I think this perfectly sums it up in this build over here, because just imagine that this building, the elephant house building, has been something else, maybe a train depot, or maybe, I don't know, a bigger building for like storage or whatever. This could have been already here, and now it has been repurposed to the elephant house. But simply to pay respect to the sheer size of these animals, we needed to change the roof design, and this is what the designers and the architects came up with. And yeah, I'm mega happy with how it turned out in the end. You can't imagine from the time lapse how long it took. Now, I cut out a lot of nasty parts. I cut out a lot of trial and error, and it just looks simple at the end, but it's not. It's a super complicated design. I opted for a couple more angles than I should have, I guess, but I think it just pays it pays off at the end of the day, because it just really looks so much better having the different angles in here. It works a lot better with the big gates and stuff, and just makes a lot more sense. And also putting these glass pieces in here to kind of have a climate control as well going on, because of the elephants needing a little bit more warmer in the winter times. That is all just working absolutely phenomenal, and I'm really happy that I decided to do this. And I really was split, leaving the elephant area as it is or doing it, and I am more than happy that finally I had the drive to change it, and I feel really, really good. And you never know. It should be Wednesday when this episode goes live. I'm trying to be a bit more earlier in my recordings now, simply because YouTube takes ages at the moment to process the videos. Like the last videos that have been on YouTube, I think the last 5 or so, all have been released a lot later than they should, simply because the processing of the HD wasn't done. Some of them even took longer than 24 hours. That was massive. But I'm recording this quite ahead of time, and it is weekend now. But the question is, next week, do we get a DLC or a free update announcement? Don't we? From now on, every week, I'm counting on it, because it's already pretty late in the year. And as people have asked me on stream, the arguing is pretty simple. If they want to do 2 updates this year, and as the financial report says, they opted for that. They basically confirmed that in last year's annual report. So they have to do 2 updates, because otherwise they won't fit their schedule. They have to do something now, because, October is already underway in a couple hours, I should say. Or actually, wait, no, it is Saturday, it is. So October is already here. And there's not that much more time, because October, November, December, and there you go. It's just 3 months, and then there's already December. So I assume that they would do like a DLC quite late in December then, to really go into the Christmas business. I don't see them doing one in January, because that would be potentially a solution to the little problem as well. But then again, there is not really a lot to do. And also, we again, there is also the anniversary, which is in November. So if they want to do for this as well, we have 3 updates in 3 months. That's going to be crazy, to be honest. And I'm really not seeing it quite now. But yeah, they have to, they have to hurry up. They have to do something now. And this is why potentially this video is talking about nonsense, because we have seen a free update that changes a lot of things, and I will go back to Yosemite. If that happens, I will put a comment down under this video, I guess. I'm going to pin it if that changes anything to my plans for Yosemite. But at this point, and if things went right, we had a live stream on Monday in which we started our new project, which is going to be the first successor of Yosemite. And the last project I always said that they are kind of side projects and something else. But the next big thing we are going to start is a very serious approach on having a new project that replaces Yosemite, okay? So let me be really as precise. I have to go for a new project. As much as I love Yosemite and you guys love it, we need a new impulse. We need that. It's time, if we want to have something good and fun and explore new architectural styles and stuff, we have to start something new. And, deep inside, I'm quite done with the Yosemite style as well. Like, there is only so much I can try. There's not really much left. I think I stretched the boundaries here and there quite a bit, maybe even too much. But it's okay for now. It's all fine. I think it's still a very, very decent product, and it's a very decent outcome. It's literally insane. Every single build has a certain story to it. I know when I built this. I know how my feeling was. I know the life situations that were going on. I know exactly when my little one was on the way. I know when she was born. I know, all the kind of things in life that happen. So it's not only just a project in a computer game. There's just so much more to it. All the funny live streams we had, and it will never really go, I guess, to not be too emotional. But this project will never go entirely. I mean, it's legit insane. The whole playlist has over 2 million views. Over 2 million unique views in Yosemite playlist. That is absolutely phenomenal. I can't put this in words. Just let that sink in. 2 million people have seen Yosemite Valley videos. Maybe one, maybe a second, maybe 2 minutes, maybe 2 hours, or maybe the entire playlist. But 2 million people have clicked on, no matter which one, but on one of the videos in the Yosemite playlist. That is just absolutely mind-blowing, and I can't put in words how freaking humbled I feel and just how insane that is to me. But still, even with this, we need to start something new, and it would be too bold to assume that this gets more views than Yosemite does itself, but I'm quite certain that it won't. But still, I just need something for me, for you guys, and just in general, we need something new. By the way, because you will see all of the new stuff in the real-time part anyways. I wasn't talking too much about the building itself because there's not too much exciting stuff going on apart of the roof, but you can see there's like a little simple kiosk being placed down over here. I just figured we don't really have too much food in this area, so it was about time to put another food court in. The other side of the elephant house will receive a relatively large restroom because we don't have a bigger restroom in this project. Any house, we have like smaller restrooms, but not like a big one. And I think it's about time, and this could be the central Yosemite restrooms, so to say. Just a couple more, even maybe, you know, with wheelchair access and stuff like that, because we don't have this. But again, this is all topic of our subject to the next episode, because the next episode, as I said, will be the final touch of Yosemite in terms of building, and then I'm gonna release this project into the wild. I'm very happy that this is finally happening for many reasons, and I'm just hoping that maybe I can deliver this during the course of the new DLC. Well, I'm not gonna call it hype because we still have no idea if and when and what is coming, but I'm just hoping that maybe this brings a couple people back into Planet Zoo, and then hopefully using that little, you know, momentum to just do release Yosemite. With these kind of words, I'm gonna leave it to the real-time Rudi with you, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this more chillax episode today. I really certainly hope you did, and now enjoy the real-time part and enjoy your day, enjoy your time, stay safe everyone, and just, yeah, have fun with the real-time part. It's good, I promise. Alright, so we are starting our little real-time part here at the lion exhibit, and the reason why we do so is because of these brand new, like, you know, the brand new walkway, I should say, which is connected, and let me just quickly show that to you, with the plaza that's just in front of the big cat house, and also of the nocturnal house, and also of the Amur leopard exhibit over there in the back. So I think it's a very nice connection, and when we go further, you can see that the lion exhibit now finally got a lot more attention. You don't only have this viewing angle over here, but you do also have all the views from over here, which I do think is a quite nice addition to the habitat itself. Now, moving over, also I have the game in pause mode just because of so many people. I'm just going to quickly show you. It's quite laggy. You know, as I said, once we do a tour, I have to think about how we do it. I have certain ideas how to improve it, but I'm not, you know, 100% sure if it's gonna work or not. Maybe we're gonna have to make the tour in the pause mode. The only good news is that it doesn't get any worse with any more additions in the zoo, it seems, so that's good. So I'm highly confident that this is going to be good at the end of the day. Now, one thing you see is that this way over here opens a completely new viewing angle also on the lake, which I think is beautiful. People also said I'm missing out on a waterfall maybe that is just located in the back here that potentially would feed this water over there. I do think you're quite right in that, but I'm really not sure how to embed that. So for the moment being, I do not look at that. By the way, look at these wonderful security cams in the sky. They are there because obviously I took some photos as comparisons, and you always need to have like a very static angle, and this is why I'm always using some of these security cams. You should be able to find even more across all the park. I normally have them hidden quite well in some trees, but since we don't have a tree over here, this is where they are. Well, whatever. If we go further, you can see this is the brand new look over this area, and oh boy, do I love it. Just look at that. With half dome and everything in the background, it just opens up to be looking so amazing, because that is exactly what I wanted to achieve. By the way, don't get, you know, confused about that. This is just some crap what's up there, but honestly, I'm quite happy. Maybe we're gonna put like a viewing tower or something on the top here, because it's kind of nice to have something as a focal point there. Not, you know, I didn't think about that earlier, but that's kind of nice. But yeah, as we zoom in, you can see this is the brand new elephant area, and it just has so much more space for the elephants, especially land space, and this is what the area was lacking, as some people in the comments did really you know, put nicely in words, it just felt like more like a hippo habitat than an elephant habitat. Yeah, but anyways, let's cross the bridge rather quickly because we've seen all of that in the last episode already. So we're just going to move all the way over here. You can see there's a whole bunch of new stuff everywhere. And as you can see, I tried to make sure that you don't really see too much of this area from here, blocking it with the views of the stones and rocks and stuff, so that the people are really almost forced to use that area over here. Also here you can see the subtle little fence in the water. I think it's really beautiful. And now as we go further, you can see on the left hand side, by the way, we have all the wonderful seals in the water. I think there's still the issue that they can't get out of it, and this is why they're all hanging up in here. Oh, whatever, they're just having a good time, I guess. Now the last thing we added, and I'm not even sure if this is part of the time lapse or if I've done it off screen, not sure, but this is a little, yeah, just a kiosk, you know. It's not like crazy. You can grab some foods and drinks over here simply because we haven't had that many in this area anyways, and so you can just grab some, you know. There's Yosemite burger is here. You can grab a burger, you know. That's what it is. Very, very simple. And oh, look at that, there's a path broken, but don't you worry about this. This is a backstage area anyway, so there needs to be like a little security netting and stuff. I will still do this because when you book a tour, the idea is that you go down here and then you have the chance to just go into this backstage area, and then once you're down here, you have the chance to see the elephants from almost up close in the house, you know. Oh, look at that, we are even greeted by one who's inside. Look at this. This is beautiful, you know. This is the idea. So normally this house is closed and, you know, people can't. Excuse me, sir, you haven't paid attention to where you build stuff. Never mind. Shall we just fix that real quick? Let me just fix that. I think I should just use one. Hello? No. Let me just... Why is that? What is going on here? I don't get this. What the hell is happening? I think... Why is this not working? Is this like a... Oh, I have a feeling that this is a... Never mind. We just... Oh yeah, that was a grid piece. That's why. So yeah, the grid is kind of weird to see from this, you know, from this camera, but Tejet Cam, or like the Tejet Cam I should say, is quite nice to build in. So, you know, that's done. Awesome. Let's get rid of the view. There you go. Oops, that's the wrong button. There you go. So I'm quite a big fan of this view, but this is not all. Let's just go all the way out of here again and around the corner, and I'm just going to show you this wonderful new viewing platform that gives you a beautiful look over the bridge as well as this area. You could see the elephants down here and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But what you really want to see, I'm assuming, is, let's just go down the stairs. There you go. What you really want to see is this area down here. Now you go all the way down and you're greeted by a completely new experience with the elephants. And oh, I just can't put in words how much I enjoyed this view. Now you can spend a good time down here. You can see the elephants if they're, you know, having a good walk in the water there, on this side as well. And going all the way up, you get even a better view of one of the enrichment items if they do use it. On the other hand side, you have the wonderful view into the elephant house. And as I said, it is all so good looking. Also, can we just change the time of day? I'm not sure if I can get better lighting in here. There's just barely a chance. You know, as it is with Yosemite, you can't really get the light perfect everywhere. But yeah, as we go further, you get a wonderful view of the new restaurant in the wetlands area. So it all comes together, and I am really pleased having all, you know, I also went a bit more brave with the foliage now, and just, you know, using it all a bit more, making it really feel like a lot more Yosemite. And then if we go down here, there's a couple little things I need to fix, but the good thing is I need to go here anyway because this is where the penguin habitat is, and this is the last thing we're going to fix, but not in this episode. Also, this is where the meerkats live. Hello, little meerkats, how you doing? But yeah, so this is what we're going to fix in the next one. I have certain ideas, and then this is it, guys. As I said in the last episode, this is the end of Yosemite, almost. So, yeah, enjoy it while it lasts, I should say, because in the next episode, we are going to finish up this area here. This is the last bit we're going to do. So the penguin habitat is receiving a little... you know, flip, so to say. We're just going to make that better. We just close off the backstage area, and that is about it. As you can see, the brand new habitat over here. Also, I'm just going to put the light now on like 12-ish because that's the brightest setting we can have. So this is the brand new habitat for the elephant, and I am certainly mega happy with it. If you guys are mega happy too, I would be so happy if you could, you know, just like the video, subscribe or whatever if you haven't done so. If you feel super generous, you can also use super thanks as always. And also, mega important, the most important thing of all, if you don't have enough of my stuff, click to the top right now. There's another video presented to you, and just keep on watching. That's the best thing you can do for me, and you've got a good time, hopefully. Anyways, so stay safe everyone, have a good one, and goodbye.